Hello, in today's video I'll show you 10 settings that owners never touch on their Thermomix TM7 and are genuinely useful. I know that is a bit of an over-exaggeration that users don't touch it. Some of these modes you're probably familiar with. These are going to be modes and settings. First, settings and stuff like that. Later, we'll get, at the end of this video, we'll also get to 3 cooking modes that are the most useful. Now, let's start with the start screen customization. You may notice that there's a chance my start screen looks differently than yours. Why? Because if I scroll all the way down, I can edit the home screen. Then I can set it to this mode, which means it will display recipes on my screen, and on the very bottom it'll display 4 tools, 4 different tools. I could also set it to organized, which will display 4 tools on the right side, and then on the left there will be some recipes, and if I scroll down further, it'll just display recipes. Or it'll display 8 tools at the very top, and if I scroll down, it'll display recipes. In all of these modes, when you click on Next, you can then customize what shortcuts you want to have. Let's say I want to replace the turbo mode with something else. So when I click on it, I can then replace it with, for example, Open Cooking. And then I can click on Done. Now I can easily open that mode in that way. So that was the first thing. The second thing was ingredient presets. For some ingredients, there are presets of what you can do with them. If I go to the mode selection button and scroll down to ingredients, I can find different ones. And let's do, for example, cabbage. If I select cabbage, it asks me what I want to do with them. I can chop them or steam them. Let's chop them. Then it'll ask me what kind of cabbage. And if I want it coarse or fine, I'll do fine. Then I can weigh it and actually, well, let's tar it. And once it weighs the amount, it'll automatically select. Then I can go further and start chopping it with the predefined settings. Now I'll get out of this mode and let's go to one more thing in the predefined settings, which is going to be, for example, steamed. Then I can also select whether it's red or white cabbage. It'll tell me to place 500 grams of water into the mixing bowl. Then I can use either simmering basket for 100 to 300 grams, and 300 to 800 grams will use the aroma dish. And then it'll define the settings for me, which is genuinely useful as well. Now, let's get to something else, which is my week. If you go to the 9 dots right here, you'll find my week. And then you can plan your week, which means it'll give you a plan of different dishes you may want to make throughout the following days. You can add dishes to those days by simply finding a recipe that you would like to make. Then either after entering the recipe, clicking on the 3 dots, or just on the screen, like if you have multiple recipes listed, you will be able to click on the 3 dots and then click on Add to My Week. Then select a day and click on Save, and it'll appear on that day. Then it'll also show you that on the main screen if there's something planned for today. It will show you that, but besides that you have some other things available as well. And you could add a shortcut for my week as well. Now, collections. You can create collections to organize your recipes better. You can see I do have 2 collections already. If I go to my recipes tab, I can go to collections, and then I have, that collections. I wanted to talk about my recipe lists. These you can create yourself because the collections are made by overlook and can be found, like pre-made collections can be found in Cookidoo. but these are my own recipe lists. For example, soups, and I have all the soups that I liked added to this list. Now, to do it, find a recipe that you would like to do. Let's do the nachos with chili and something. I can click on three dots, then add to recipe list, and I could either create a new list or add it to an already existing list. Now, the next thing is a software update. You should update your software, of course, from time to time to ensure you have all the newest features. When you click on 9 dots on the left sidebar, then you can get to the settings and find about Thermomix and find search for updates. Once it finds an update, you will be able to install it. If it doesn't find an update, then you don't have to do anything. And that ensures all the bugs are fixed, the performance of your device is improved, and that you have the newest features if they've been rolled out. Then the next thing is also in the settings, and it's going to be in sounds. You can change the finish sound duration. If you don't like the finish sound to continue on and on, then you can change the duration to, for example, make the sound happen just once, or set it for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, or 5 minutes. You can also set it to unlimited, so it'll only stop when you either press on the finish button, the green tick that shows up after something is finished, or once you shortly press on the power button. Let's now get to our Cookidoo app. If you go to remote access first in the Thermomix and enable recipe handover, then on your app you also need to go to your profile icon in the top right corner, go to remote access, and make sure Bluetooth is enabled. If not, you can just click on it and allow the permission. Now find a recipe that you would like to make, and you can click on Send to TM7. Then it'll appear immediately on your Thermomix. So you don't have to bookmark it and look for it. It just appears on your Thermomix immediately. And now the last three things are going to be cooking modes that are often left out. Although you may know them, you may be familiar with them, you may use them or not, but I'll demonstrate them. Let's go to the mode selection button, and then the first one is egg boiler. That is genuinely a good mode because it does eggs very precisely. If you go to egg boiler, you can just put 2 to 6 medium-sized eggs in the mixing bowl without a simmering basket. Just put them straight in. And then you can set it to soft, medium, medium hard, or hard, and it'll make your eggs exactly as shown in the picture. Now, you can also add some salt to make the shells easier to remove later. Then the other mode is kettle. It makes it's only made for water. You shouldn't put anything else than water, but it heats up your water pretty quickly. And you can set it from 37 to 100 degrees Celsius and just start the mode, and it will happen as soon as possible. Then there is one last mode, which is pre-clean. Pre-clean lets you clean your device. Of course, not fully. It'll just make your cleaning quicker by first pre-cleaning. And all of these modes can be done, besides the browning, all of these modes can be done with a liter of water and a drop of dish soap. And the browning should be done with a liter of water and 50 grams of vinegar. And these are all the things that I wanted to show you. I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.